Welcome back to the Buyer's Guide for Home Furnishing with FWDG and our friend Catherine Gill. And as promised, we are going to talk all about rugs in this segment. So here we are. And you guys have hundreds upon hundreds of rugs.
Literally in stock, you can take them home today.
Which is great. Because I think, when somebody, especially with something like a rug, which is like immediate gratification, you really do want to take it home with you.
It is, right? It's this huge splash of color. It's got great texture. So to me, it's one of the more fun pieces that you can purchase here.
Yeah. And you do have a wide variety of sizes as well. And I think you had mentioned before we started filming, it's really easy to figure out. It's like, oh, I love this pattern. I love this color. It's perfect, but it's too big for my space. So how do we know?
So easy peasy, your design consultant will show you. This is about an 8 by 10, but you can see that everything from a bath mat size to a runner to round rug. So there's plenty of different options in that same collection. And speaking of which, there's different colorways, which means it might be picking up on certain color elements of this rug, but be slightly different, which is great if there's two rooms adjacent to each other.
Right.
And you don't want to have two of the same rug. It kind of leads your eye from the same color into the next room.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and those are in stock too? Like
Absolutely.
Okay. And I know, like these are kind of really more statement pieces for big rooms, but let's talk about some of the smaller things that you have, because I'm seeing a round one here that's on the floor, but my eyes can see, and we can probably take a little stroll.
Yeah.
But about runners and all those kinds of things. So tell us about those.
Great. So, I mean, really there's a rug from the front porch, your foyer, all throughout the house. Even if you have just a small apartment and you want a little round rug under your dinette, we can do that. A lot of people like a really cozy rug right as they jump out of bed in the morning, right? So they want that cozy feel. Right out onto the back porch, we offer outdoor rugs as well.
And
so
we're going to talk about those in a minute.
Yeah,
for sure.
So really any room could handle a rug.
Well, and I think here in the Lowcountry, you find a lot of homes that don't have carpeting anymore. That's kind of a little bit of thing of the past, at least for the main living area.
Correct.
So you've got tile and you've got wood and those kinds of things, which are great, but then to have just a little bit of that tactile sensation under your feet is also really nice.
That's right, and they're so easy to keep clean and maintain. It's not like the rugs of the past where if you stay in it, you're like, oh, it's destroyed. A lot of these feel like natural fibers, but often have a plastic element to them, which makes them incredibly easy to keep clean.
Which is, I find so interesting, because you would never look at that and say, oh, there's plastic in there, but
and it feels soft. It feels like a beautiful fiber.
Exactly. So let's take a little peek around over here so you can show us some of the other things we have before we go to the outside stuff.
Sure. This is an example of a Tommy Bahama rug. You can see the different colorways that you can order.
Okay, so this isn't just like an actual rug in one piece. You can get the whole thing in this color.
Correct.
Okay, that's really cool.
And it's great. It's got a little bit of iridescence to it. It certainly feels, it's got a nice texture to it.
Yeah.
We have hundreds also of clearance rugs. So if you're on a super simple budget, we have that as well.
And I just think this is so cool. So this rug too, this is the two different ways that it comes color scheme wise.
Correct.
I think that is so great, because to have the visual really makes it easier to decide if it's going to work in your house.
And we carry standard sizes, but some companies do offer custom sizing. So if you have a particularly large room or a funky area, come talk to us and we can figure out what rug is right for fitting that custom area.
Excellent. Well, I think you want to show us some outdoor-indoor rugs. So
Let's
we're
do
going
it.
to take a peek at those right now. So we have moved to the outdoor rug area, and I think it's really kind of fascinating, because several years ago, I don't think anybody was really thinking about rugs for the outdoor, but now we are really creating living spaces outside.
Absolutely,
So
it's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
So these have fabulous color, right? They're obviously adding some texture, some level of comfort to your outdoor deck that we hadn't thought of before.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about the plastic, the polypropylene, and these make it extremely easy to keep clean. Literally, all you have to do is take a hose, maybe some mild detergent like a diluted Dawn and water, and you're hosing it down, and it's going to look this good for years.
And it's going to just stay that way through rain, sun.
They're mold resistant. They want,
Perfect.
they've got these great pops of color that aren't going to fade. So you can use this both on a covered porch, but right out in the sun, like near your grill if you're chilling.
Which I think is just so fantastic. And like you said, it adds such a touch of home to the outdoors, but to have it so maintenance free is just amazing.
One less thing to think about.
Absolutely. And the prices are fantastic, as you can see as well.
Absolutely.
So are these like the ones that we were looking back in there for the indoor, do you have different sizes on these as well, or is this kind of what
these
you
are kind of as is? If you needed something a little bit larger or smaller, we can order it for you, and rugs are doing pretty well in ordering times right now.
Okay,
so
that's good.
Don't shy away from ordering a special order.
Okay, very good, very good. And like you said, they come in so many different colors and styles, and I just love that you can hose them off.
Yeah.
And it'll be perfect. And I know that you also have some other accessories for outdoor too, and even like some of the silk flowers that we were talking about, and those lanterns.
Right, that would add some great color and pop to your porch.
Yes.
As you're chilling out there. These are nice and thin, so you'll be able to scoot around your chairs, pulling in and out. Other ways to add some color beyond the plants are like, say, an outdoor pillow. And again, these are mold resistant, they're fade resistant, they're super easy to keep clean.
So a little more comfort and a little more color, which I just love. And this rug here is very interesting to me. It looks like it's reversible.
This is not an outdoor rug, but isn't it phenomenal?
It
right?
is phenomenal.
So if you get bored, you want to flip it over, you've got a whole new look.
What could be better? 2 rugs in one.
2 for 1.
I love it. Well, Catherine, it is always such great information, and you have
Thanks.
such wonderful merchandise. Thank you for inviting us back.
My pleasure.
We look forward to seeing you again next time.
Indeed.
And thank you for being with us for the Buyer's Guide for Home Furnishings, and we'll see you next time.